It seemed the entire world had come to Chicago in the summer of 1893. Most were so captivated by what they saw at the World's Fair, they were oblivious to what was missing. For one visitor, a 31-year-old African-American woman from Mississippi, the omission was glaring.
The fair itself was a monument to extravagance, building after building constructed to display to the world how far America had advanced.
Ida B. Wells had come to Chicago to point out what the fair's organizers had ignored.
She was angry about the exclusion of the African-American story, especially the progress that African-Americans had made.
Post-slavery, African Americans started doing a lot of phenomenal things. They were elected to Congress. They were elected to public offices locally. They became doctors and business people.
But the signs of black culture Ida B. Wells found at the fair were mostly along the Midway, and they represented stereotypes, not progress. Nancy Green, a 59-year-old former enslaved woman, proved a crowd favorite, playing the role of a Southern mammy to promote a new pancake mix. Non-white nations were presented as savages or even sideshow acts. The slight was all the more appalling to Ida because she herself was a testament to the strides made by slavery survivors. Since her emancipation, she had become a widely published journalist.
So it's like, let's show the world what a great country we are without showing any of the contributions of Black Americans.
Ida's friend, Frederick Douglass, was the notable exception. He was the only Black American in charge of a pavilion, one built by the nation of Haiti. One built by the nation of Haiti.
The Haitian government are the ones that invited him. So he wasn't even invited by the United States. The Haitian government are the ones that invited him. So he wasn't even invited by the United States. And he was one of the most famous, people in the country at that time.
The irony didn't escape Ida B. Wells.
It seems strange to me that but for an accident, Mr. Douglass would have had no part in the World's Fair because of race prejudice in this country. Yet whenever he went out into the grounds, he was literally swamped by white persons who wanted to shake his hand.
And so, Ida stood at the entrance to the Haitian pavilion. Ida stood at the entrance to the Haitian pavilion, handing out copies of a pamphlet.
A clear, plain statement of facts concerning the oppression put upon the colored people in this land of the free and home of the brave.